Hello, you are watching On the Move with Lady Kate, brought to you by Afro USA TV, celebrating great women in our community. With me in the studio today, I am with a very distinguished lady. She is known as the Iron Lady of the Tanzanian Community. Please join me welcome Joha Nyanganyi.
Thank you very much, Lady Kate.
Habari.
Nzuri.
Hey, we just spoke Swahili. I said hello and she said hello back. So how are you doing today?
I'm very fine, thank you.
That's wonderful. First of all, I want to congratulate you for being elected the Vice President of the Tanzanian Community in the DMV.
Thank you very much.
Yes. How was that for you? I know it was a tough election.
It was a tough election.
Yeah.
But with the determination of being myself, I was determined to bring back the unity.
Yes.
And the people actually who were behind me, a lot of them, they were calling me, they were trying to pursue me, they were trying to convince me that you're not going to be alone.
Right.
So I ran for the position of the Vice President of the Tanzanian Community in DMV area.
Yes.
And I'm thankful that I won by a landslide victory.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
So I do thank you, the people of DMV, and I promise you I will not let you down.
Wow.
And I'm also looking for your support.
That's wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so that's a very big role, you know, to be the Vice President of your entire community. And having run such a tough campaign and coming out victorious, I just want to say thank you on behalf of the community. So congratulations, and you know, let's look at your background, how you came to the United States, and what brought you here.
I first came in the United States with my family, my parents. My father was appointed to be here as the ambassador to the United States. And I was a minor at the time, a dependent, so I came with my family. And once we got here, we started getting into schools, work, and we kind of like assimilated to the community.
Yes.
And life took on.
Right, so you've always lived in the DC area, the DMV?
Maryland to be
Maryland,
specific.
Yeah.
Yes.
So because your dad was a diplomat, and so I know when you win a position like that, people want to know who you are. They want to know a little bit of your background and to understand who you really are and what you're bringing to the table. So, you know, it's good to know that you're from a family of great leadership. So
thank you.
It looks like it runs in the blood. Did your father inspire you to be who you are?
I'll say after my decision first, and then next I'll go to his advice.
Right.
But in the beginning, it's in me.
Yes.
It took something inside of me to say, I want to do this.
Yes.
And he's always a supportive. He's been a bigger supporter in terms of mentorship and giving you confidence on what you believe in. He always say, be yourself.
That's right.
Do what you believe best for you.
That's right. That's the way to go. So I know this is a huge responsibility for you, because I know how tough it is to lead any African organization, to be a leader in our community. But you are ready to do it, right?
Yes, I'm ready. With the support and love from the people.
Yes.
It gives me a lot of courage.
Yeah.
And I'm convinced and that we'll go far from here.
Okay.
Yes.
And understanding that you are running, you know, this organization to bring the community together, because I understand there's been problems in the past where it got kind of disintegrated. So your leadership with the president and everybody in leadership is trying to bring everyone together, all the Tanzanian people.
Yes. I believe in leadership. The main thing is you have to distinguish between ruling and leading.
Yeah.
Those are two big major things. When you want to be a leader, you have to integrate, you have to involve, everybody gets involved. When you want to rule, you just have this autocracy, autocracy. They say you just want just your idea to move forward. But when you lead a community like this, we have all ages, we have all genders, we have all educational background, religions. So you really have to think of integrating people and move the community forward.
That's wonderful. So being in that position as the vice president, can you explain the mission and vision of the Tanzanian Association?
The main mission is to bring the unity together. That's been a challenge, I'll say, over 30 years, because the association was started in 1980s.
Wow.
And now we're talking 2018. We're talking about 30-some years. And that's been a challenge. It's been a mission since the beginning, and we're still struggling with it today. So it took 30 years for the unity to be brought up.
Right.
So that's our mission. And the vision is to have a unity that will prosper in terms of from our generation to our younger generation that's coming up. When we came, we were young in the school age. Now we are mothers and fathers, working classes. Our kids now are at the age of taking off, being in college or being in the workforce. So they are the ones who will really come forward and take over the community. Now, how do we leave the community in their hands? It's a cultural issue there because we came from home, we came here, we have that background of a culture. But these kids are born and raised in America. So we really have to have a platform where we are a better community for them for their future.
That's true. That's very true, because I really agree with you on that. And that's why it's so important that the community gets together and unite, because you have to leave a legacy for the children and grandchildren, the next generation that's coming after. And so if we have nothing that they can fall back on, then they just kind of go their way. So it's important that we really have a very strong foundation. Speaking with you earlier, you mentioned that the association is going to have different committees that are tasked with different, activities and functions. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, in our community, we are blessed with people of vast professionalism, I'll say. We have a group, we've started committees based on the need of our community.
Right.
So I'll say a few. We have entrepreneurs committee, we have health and social welfare committee, and few others. The main task or the main goal for these committees are to see what are needs out there for the community. I'll say, for example, entrepreneurs. We have all these individual entrepreneurs who are Tanzanians in the community. And they've been a behind force to bring up funds whenever we need them.
That's very true.
So in terms of just from time to time have like events coming up and then you just jump in and say we want this money, we want something that's solid. They can have their own association. They can mentor us, the ones who are out of the box, to come up with ideas of how to either start their own business in terms of individuals or start group business. And invest and grow up economically individually, and as a community we all raise up. So that's where we're going. And in terms of the health committee, I'll say we are planning to have health drives within our community. We are immigrant community.
Yes, of course.
So we know the challenges. We have our elders who are not even covered, or they cannot access the system. They have no
medical insurance.
They don't have no medical insurance. They don't have social security. They live in houses to take care of, the American families. So they don't have access to health care. And we have doctors, we have nurses who are our own people.
Yeah.
So we can have the health drive to bring them out and say, here are the services, we're doing it for free for you.
Right.
And we can do it.
Yeah.
Yes, so
that's beautiful.
That's one take. And also we have different NGOs. A lot of Africans, we always want to do things back home, but the same needs that we may have a small amount of community that may need them here.
Yeah.
So that's the target too. And we are working on that with different NGOs to come together and bring in the force to see as a unity of association how we're going to move things forward.
Right.
And that's where we're going right now.
Yeah. You also mentioned that the Tanzanian community in the DMV has been greatly affected by the immigration, policies that are, in place right now. And you've had to support individuals who have been incarcerated or, held up because of immigration problems. Yeah, what kind of assistance are you offering?
We're offering majorly monetary assistance. Their upkeeping while they're even in jail. We have to raise funds for the lawyers, and the amount is not a joke. One person needs about 10 to 20,000. Wow. So we have about 3 individuals within 3 months who had cases in this traffic offense. They've been pulled over. At the end of the day, we hear they've been taken into custody. So that's the challenge in our community, and these are the people we live with. They have families. Yeah. This guy had 2 sons who are depending on him. So it's not about dealing with the person who is in custody. Yeah. We're also dealing with the family that's left behind. So it's a challenge, but we're surviving.
Yeah, so that's why it's so important for everyone to come together, unite, and support each other. So that's a really good thing. I really, admire every woman who is a leader in the community, because I'm one of them, and I know what it takes to lead our people, to be in leadership. It's very challenging, and sometimes it can affect your personal life. And so how do you prepare? I mean, you are newly elected. How are you preparing to deal with conflict within the group? What advice do you have? And how are you preparing yourself to handle conflict within the group?
First of all, I'll have to applaud the community. We've gone through that, and we've seen the effects, I could say. And now everybody has this call of coming forward and help. So that much I give credit to the community. But still, it's not up to the par. Like I will say, it's a perfect thing. So it's a challenge, and personally, I'll say I'm struggling with it, but with the help of my partner, it turns that he's a supportive partner. Right. So in that aspect, I really thank him. In terms of the community, we will lead each other. It wasn't easy during the campaign. We fell apart, but we always pick each other up. Yeah. And we come together and we move forward. That's wonderful. I think that's really great. We need, people with your kind of spirit, a people person, to be able to look above yourself and think of the greater good of the community that, that helps you to lead. So that's really good. Who is the president? Because I know you're the vice president. Let's give a shout out to the president. The president is Mr. Lucas Mukami, and he's a brother to me. Even during the campaign, I used to tease him. I said, you're always like a big brother to me. We've known each other too long. If you win, I'll work okay with you. So we are a team now, and I'm thankful that we really have a very work ethics that are similar, and we believe in each other. That's the most important.
That's wonderful.
And that really helps, and I really thank him for that.
Yeah, that's great. So with him leading and you being the vice president, the whole executive team, I know you guys are taking the association to the next level. You've actually started by registering as a 501c3, is that correct?
Correct. We are now officially a 501c3 NGO status.
That's wonderful. Great. So what last word do you have for the community? What, talk to the audience, talk to the people of Tanzania.
First of all, I would like to thank Miss Lady Kate for having me this evening. It's a great honor. I've known her for quite some time. She's really part of our community, I can say, because she's been with us through different events and through different causes that are in our community, especially Miss Tanzania USA, ran by Mama Winnie. A lot of you know her by face, probably. She's been there, and she knows the struggle. She knows the challenge. That's her part. For our community, I will first thank you for believing in me and voting for me to become your vice president. It's a great honor to serve you. And at the same time, I'll ask you to be part of the community by participating. You don't have to be a leader to do things in the community.
Right.
Myself, I've been doing things in the community since I came in this country. Never a day I thought I'll be in this position. So it's a natural call. Feel free, reach out to us. Whatever talent you have, whatever help you have, we'll take it and we'll work together. So unity, unity, unity. That's the key word. Without unity, we won't go anywhere. That's the base of any progress. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wow, we're going to put God first, and she is preaching unity, unity, unity. Unity of the Tanzanian people and friends of Tanzania. So that's very beautifully said. I mean, I couldn't have said it any better. For any association, organization to succeed, its people need to come together. I believe that, we are stronger as united people. The more we get together and work together, the more successful we will be. So thank you for coming on the show. Keep watching, and we'll bring you more great women. Mama ku mama sa makumakusa mama ku mama sa makumakusa mama ku mama sa makumakusa mama ku mama sa mama makusa.